Welcome to the Divine Ecstasy YouTube channel, where we seek to deepen our spiritual connection and explore the path of divine ecstasy. In this video, we will delve into the fascinating story of how nature's will can often overpower our own willpower, particularly in the context of our pursuit of the divine, through the lens of a divine story. There was a young man named Arjun who had always been drawn to the path of devotion. He had grown up in a family that valued spiritual pursuits and had always felt a deep sense of connection to a higher power. However, as he grew older, he found it increasingly difficult to stay on the path of devotion. Arjun was surrounded by friends and acquaintances who were more interested in material pleasures and worldly pursuits. He found himself tempted by their lifestyle, and he struggled to maintain his commitment to spiritual pursuits. He began to skip prayer and meditation sessions, and he found himself spending more and more time engaging in activities that he knew were not in alignment with his values. One day, Arjun's grandfather, who was a wise and respected spiritual teacher, noticed that Arjun was struggling. He took him aside and shared a story with him. "Arjun, my dear grandson," he said, "there was once a great king who ruled over a vast empire. He was known for his wisdom and his deep connection to the divine. One day, he decided to go on a journey to explore the world beyond his kingdom. He traveled for many months, encountering many people and experiencing many things. One day, the king came across a great river that was flowing very swiftly. He watched as a group of people tried to cross the river, but they were all swept away by the current. The king knew that he could not cross the river in his current state, so he sat down by the riverbank and began to meditate. For many hours, the king meditated, focusing his mind on his breath and on the divine. Eventually, he felt a sense of calm and inner strength, and he knew that he was ready to cross the river. He stood up and walked confidently into the water, and he found that the current did not sweep him away. Instead, he was able to cross the river safely and continue on his journey. June. The lesson of this story is that nature's will is very powerful, and if we are not disciplined and focused, it can easily overcome our own will. If we try to go with the flow of the people around us, we will be swept away by the current. But if we cultivate inner strength and discipline, we can overcome the forces of nature and stay on the path of devotion, no matter how difficult it may seem. Arjun listened to his grandfather's story and was deeply moved. He realized that he had been allowing the forces of nature to overcome his own will, and that he needed to cultivate greater discipline and inner strength in order to stay on the path of devotion. From that day forward, Arjun made a renewed commitment to his spiritual pursuits. He started attending prayer and meditation sessions regularly, and he began to spend more time with people who shared his values. It was not an easy journey, and there were times when he felt like giving up. But he persevered, knowing that the only true happiness could be found in the path of devotion. In the end, he found that his efforts had been worth it, as he experienced a deep and lasting sense of inner peace and contentment that he had never known before. Remember, motivation is temporary, but discipline leads to permanent habits. Starting is hard, but it gets easier. Thank you for watching, and if you're new here, please like and subscribe.